Oh hey guys, I'm trying to come up with the latest internet money scheme. We've had cryptos and NFTs come in and ruin people's bank accounts, and now I want a piece of that definitely legal pie. So far, I think I've come up with a pretty good one. It's a website called Only Scams. It's a website where scam artists can share their schemes and projects around the world for a set monthly price. The catch is, the minimum amount is $100 per month, and I take 100% of the profits. Don't worry, it's for charity, so it's completely legal. Oh, hello police. How are you today? Oh, you've surrounded the house? Well, guess I gotta shoot my way through this one. Believe me, I would survive about as long as Jeffrey Epstein in jail. Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Twitter Defense Force. My name's Spark, and this show is all about showcasing the worst that Twitter has to offer. So, let's not waste any time and get right into the garbage. Our first topic is public perception. Because of the internet, the way people see and judge us is mostly based off of how we handle ourselves online. Social media is basically just one big PowerPoint presentation of your whole life, and people end up not really caring how you are in real life and think that how you are online is way more important. This is not always true, but it is a lot of the time. Take this guy for example. Your personal social media channel is your modern day resume. Please treat it as such. Why, of course, I put all my tweets on my resume. In fact, sometimes I just send them a link to my Twitter page because I know that if they hire me after seeing my tweet, big titty milkers, and they still hire me, that's how I know they're a good one. Unfortunately, so far it's only resulted in restraining orders, but I'm sure it'll hit one day. Now, I understand this guy's point, but I don't totally agree with it. Yes, there's a chance that whatever company you're applying to does a background check on you and does find your social media channels and searches through them, but I'm willing to bet it's not that common. Maybe for bigger, higher up in the company type jobs, but for like part-time jobs and stuff like that, I really don't think they care. As long as you're qualified for the job, I really don't think they're gonna care that much about what you're saying online unless it's some real vile or offensive shit. If I apply for a place and they don't hire me because I said fuck in a YouTube video, I'm probably not gonna want to work there in the first place. I've been wanting to make YouTube videos for a long time, and I didn't for so long because I was told by my parents, if you post anything bad online, so much as a swear word, no one's gonna hire you. You will have no career if you even say shit in a Facebook post. It made me terrified of posting stuff online. I didn't want to ruin any chance of having a career in the future. And in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't start posting until I was older because I probably would have said some dumb shit if I was younger and doing this. But eventually I kept seeing people post stuff that I would have been scared to post online, and I realized that no one's really going to care if they're hiring me. So go ahead and post that Rule 34 SpongeBob fan art, kids. You won't be risking anything. Next tweet. Our next topic is Twitch. As you probably know by now, Twitch had a huge leak that exposed the amount of money that streamers have been making for the past 2 years. This led to a lot of people being surprised for some reason at how much they made. Like they couldn't figure out that streamers made absolute fucking bank already. None of this was surprising to me, but it was kind of interesting seeing exactly how rich these guys that you're donating money to are. But this whole thing definitely brought to light that a lot of people don't know how money works. Take this for example. The gross payouts of the top 100 highest paid Twitch streamers from August 2019 until October 2021. How is it gross? These people provide daily entertainment for millions of people over many hours. They deserve to be millionaires, unless they promote gambling, I guess. Nurses are working double shifts during a dangerous pandemic, risking their health and safety to save lives. They make wages ranging from $25 to $35K per year. That's how your daily entertainers' wages are gross. Guys, gross as in the sum of all the income they received, not gross like Shane Dawson. I knew when I saw the first tweet that there was going to be a way too large amount of people that were going to misinterpret what that meant. But just for argument's sake, let's debate what these people said. Entertainment is a very important part of our society. It brings us joy, it makes us think, all the things that get the serotonin flowing. It is not a bad thing that entertainers make a lot of money, especially streamers and YouTubers, because that's a way more independent venture than, say, movies or television. That being said, I wouldn't go as far to say they deserve to be millionaires. It's not the most difficult job in the world to sit at your computer and play games all day or watch YouTube videos with your chat. I do think at the very least a good amount of streamers are overpaid, but I'm not going to pretend like I'm the one to decide that. I really don't care. And yes, nurses are underpaid and deserve a lot more money for the tough work that they do. During the early stages of the pandemic, healthcare workers were seen as the heroes of our society, and now they can't even get to work because of an anti-vax protest blocking the entrance. It's a very tough job that's under a lot of stress and scrutiny right now, and they definitely deserve to be paid higher with the amount of BS that they deal with daily. But that doesn't mean that people making money in other industries is a bad thing. They're completely unrelated situations. Say if I thought soldiers, for example, were underpaid, just as an example. I wouldn't be like, we need to stop paying those TikTok stars so much and pay our soldiers. We need to use that money to give them to the heroes of our country. What are TikTok stars doing? Just dancing around? It's gross how our world works today. Like, yeah, it blows, but it's completely unrelated. Don't shit on one thing because another thing is an issue, especially if they don't coincide. Next tweet. Our next topic is changing definitions. As with most languages, as English evolves, a lot of words have their meaning changed or modified depending on how they're used over time. Especially with the internet, this has happened a lot more frequent because words just get butchered with how they're used online. And I'm fine with this for the most part, but sometimes things get a little too lost in the mud. Take this exchange, for example. Polyamory can include platonic relationships too. Polyamory is literally having multiple romantic relationships. Platonic relationships are just friends. You can be polyamorous and be in queer platonic relationships. Not everything has to be romantic or sexual. Queer platonic? You mean friends? What, so you're gay and you're friends with another gay person, but you're too shy to smash or something? What does that mean? As the person replied, polyamory is literally having more than one romantic relationship. So saying that it can include platonic relationships means literally nothing, because that wouldn't be a part of it anyways. With changing the definition of words, I'm fine with it most of the time, as I said, but you don't need to change the definition of polyamory. Saying that platonic relationships can be included in polyamorous relationships is a nothing sentence. You have said nothing of actual meaning. You don't need to change the way English works just to be more inclusive for things that don't need to be inclusive. There's no one begging for people to see how people having multiple relationships as friends be perceived differently. It's just way too much mental gymnastics. Next tweet. Our final topic is NFTs. NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. It's a way of selling virtual items, mostly images, and they sell for literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions. And you're probably asking, how can you own an image that somebody else made? That's the thing, you can't. It literally means nothing to buy an NFT. You don't even get any legal ownership of the image. It's the same thing as buying a star in the sky to be able to name it. If you want to own an image so bad, NFT collectors, let me show you my NFT life hack. Careful, this might be illegal. So first off, you go to an NFT selling website, click on an NFT. Wow, that's a lot of money for one of these. Thankfully, I'm about to pull off the biggest heist in NFT history. You right-click, hit Save Image As, name it, and there you go. You've just become the most wanted criminal in the NFT marketplace. I have no idea how these started being a thing or how they got so big. How could anyone fall for such an obvious scam trap like this? This is like trying to sell bottles of air. Like, bro, just breathe. And as you can assume, this whole thing has brought upon some Twitter cringe. I feel so alive. Shill me some good ETH/SOL NFT projects. Evolved Apes, bro, trust me. This project has actual utility. They're releasing a game where your NFTs fight to earn Ethereum. Bro, trust me, you gotta get the PP Poo Poo NFT collection. It will change your life. They're making a game where it shows me hacking into your bank account and stealing all of your grandmother's inheritance. Trust me, bro, it's fire. As I learned tonight, the simple act of buying an NFT can change someone's life. You're right, it did change my life. I lost all my money. I would feel bad for this guy, but the fact that anyone has fallen into the NFT trap is so bonkers to me that I have no sympathy for anybody that's willing to spend $300,000 on an image of a brick. Should I buy a house or a link to a picture of a pixelated monkey? Houses are often more of a liability than an asset unless you can make it cash flow or you are flipping. Yes, because if there's anything more valuable than a place to live, it's a PNG file. And here's this guy sharing the image of a nerd being rejected by a woman in his teen years and then growing up to be a successful businessman and rejecting her then. I can relate highly to this comic strip. The only changes needed would be to make the nerd white, the woman Asian, the Lamborghini into 2 Teslas, the fiat currency to cryptocurrencies, and instead of CEO, the name tag would say #LazyLineNFT collector. Well guys, I think we've found it. The worst tweet ever made. The fact that anybody is still using that meme in an unironic way in 2021 is so funny to me. Yeah guys, right now, I'm the nerd not getting chicks, but as soon as I grow up and start scamming dumb motherfuckers into giving me their entire bank accounts, every girl's gonna want to ride on my pogo stick right before I get arrested for fraud. So, the morals of this episode are, employers don't really care that much about what you post online, so don't worry about it too much. Make sure you know what the hell you're talking about when you start a debate on Twitter. Don't try to change the definition of words that really don't need it. And don't spend all your money on things that literally do not exist. Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of Twitter Defense Force. If you liked what you saw, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All of my socials are in the description, including a link to my Discord server. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Alright, time to see how my Minecraft NFTs are doing.